Right, for some reaction on the President's speech, Freedom Front Plus leader Pieter Groenewald joins us on the line from Johannesburg. Mr. Groenewald, the President has done his best to steer us through the country's biggest health crisis in the past 100 years, but things staying very much the same. Lockdown regulations and an adjusted level 3 remaining in place with some slight adjustments. The one notable change, the closing of land borders. Do you think the President has done enough to stem the rising in COVID-19 infections? And if not, what should he have done?
Well, first I want to say we must remember that we cannot close the economy. Some of the announcements made by the President, for instance, if we listen and we've just heard about the liquor issue, it's not rational. It doesn't make sense. If you look at the close of certain posts at borders, yes, that's for international movement, and we say that is justified. The question is only why now? That could have been done before to curb the further spreading of the virus. But I also want to say that the fact that we are on an adjusted level 3 is actually proof that the government overreacted last year. We have, as you have said, the most number of infections, and we can still cope with it on a level 3 with adjusted regulations. Therefore, it's proof that they were actually panicking last year, and the damage to the economy is very severe. We also say that, and we agree, that if you look at the liquor issue, that it will enhance the illegal trade, and the government will lose the taxes on those illegal trade, which is not to the benefit. They could at least use that tax money to get more vaccines for South Africa in the first place. We also have a question on the fact that they are closing some beaches in hotspots. It's not rational. It just doesn't make sense. And if we look at the rollout plan of the vaccination of South Africans, the South African Health Association say it is over-optimistic. They do not believe that in practice it's going to happen like that. So we still have those questions. But I also want to say what the government should do now is to focus on the healthcare services. We don't understand that they had field hospitals. Last year they closed them. They knew there's going to be a second wave. And we can't understand why they have closed those field hospitals. They should have maintained them to deal with the second wave. And we also say that if you look at the whole vaccination program, it is clear that the government was sleeping at one stage. He said that we're going to receive, say, 20 million vaccines. But he didn't really say when that is going to happen. And those are serious questions where we say that the government, the way he dealt and they dealt with this whole COVID-19 virus was not very professional.
Harsh criticism from Freedom Front Plus leader Pieter Groenewald.